Hi there. This is Connie Welch with LifeBeyondHepatitisC.com. I'm here today to share with you some encouragement from my Hep C treatment recovery. Last week I shared about my 5-month post-treatment recovery, and I'm continuing to be here at our small ranch here in the Texas Hill Country, and new birth is all around me. We've had new lambs being born. There are several nests of birds that have been sitting on their nest waiting for those eggs to hatch. Multitudes of birds, wild turkeys, a lot of different wildlife, a lot of new growth on the trees. It's just a time to be able to witness a lot of regeneration and rebirth and refreshment. And I really do feel that that is what recovery is all about as well. And I am certainly going through that as well. I have felt so well, and my energy and stamina and endurance have increased so much. And I'm so grateful for that. It has been a great blessing. But I wanted to share some encouragement with you that came across my path, and hope that you will enjoy hearing this as much as I enjoyed coming across it. This is from a small book, A Weekly Dose of God's Care and Provision, Encouraging Words. This is written by Darlene Sala. And the very first one, it's very brief. It says, when your situation seems impossible. This seemed to be so applicable to fighting hepatitis C and the whole battle with even treatment and recovery. And it applies to many other situations in life as well that we all face. This is titled, God is Able. What can God do? Maybe we should turn that around and ask, what can't God do? Can you think of anything? How about that problem you're grappling with? Because you're so close to it, does it seem bigger than God? Does it cast a shadow that seems to hide God's presence? When life's troubles loom over us, we all tend to lose our sense of perspective. As we focus on our problems, God seems to fade in the background of our lives. From our faulty point of view, His presence seems tiny and insignificant. In times like these, we need to remind ourselves of the simple but incredible description the Apostle Paul gives of what God can do. Paul tells us that God is able to do immeasurably more than all we ask or imagine. That verse is in Ephesians 3:20. In order to really grasp that verse in a practical way, I need to break it down into bite-sized truth. Paul is saying that God is able to do what I ask, all that I ask, more than I ask, immeasurably more than I ask. What I can imagine, all that I can imagine, more than I can imagine, immeasurably more than all I can ask or imagine. Wow, that should be enough for my problems today. But there's more. Paul tells us how God can do all this. He does it according to His power that is at work within us. That power is resurrection power, the power that raised Jesus from the dead, the power of Jesus' indestructible life. That verse is found in Hebrews 7:16. Maybe you're thinking that sounds great, but I don't know exactly how that applies to a practical approach for the problem I'm facing. Well, think of it this way. If God could raise Jesus from the dead, is that power enough for you at the point of your neediness? I'd say so, wouldn't you? I know it is for me. It's proven it over and over. The Creator of the universe is ready to use His power in your life. This power of God is not merely as abstract capacity He reserves for creating planets and stars and universes. He is also at work within us. We are His children. Yes, His power lives inside of us, working from the inside out. Our part is to cooperate with Him in what He is doing, not to get in His way, to let Him achieve in our lives what He wants to, not to insist on doing things our way. Then His power can bring about what we could never accomplish in our own strength. So when you put yourself and your dilemma in the middle of that verse, what part of your problem is too big for God? You know, that message is very profound for Hep C warriors and for all the problems that we deal with in life. I know many times I have prayed, Lord, please open up, a way for me to get through this situation. And when I sit back and when I think about so many times that I have been frustrated when things didn't work out the way I wanted them to, I had to realize that the one thing that was getting in the way was me. My expectations, I had to take my expectations off of what I felt like was the plan that God needed to do. What I really needed to do was to see things from His perspective and to get on board in doing His plan. And every single time that I've done that, that's when I've seen a change come about in my life. But it takes letting go of my own expectations, my own plans, and seeing things from His perspective and not mine. God is able to do more than what we ever ask or imagine. He is a big God, and He's able to take care of any problem and care that you have, no matter how small or how large it is. He is able. But the difference is just taking our own hands off of it. And that's not always easy to do. Well, I hope this message really meant a lot to you. It certainly did to me this morning. And just wanted to share this porch morning with you as if we were sitting across from each other this morning having coffee. I've just been praying for each one of you. And this morning, as I recall our conversations that we've had through the website, and if you're new to joining us here at lifebeyondhepatitisc.com, feel free to join us. On Friday Forum, we are celebrating that time of coming together as a support group. Feel free to join us anytime during the week, but especially on Friday. We'd love to hear from you. And hope you're having a very blessed week this week, and I look forward to talking to you soon. Goodbye.